halfway if I'm wearing a finish. Does that work for you?
We could just write it on your back.
You could.
Any thoughts?
I want to survive. The weather is prime, the smoke is down, and it's go time, I guess. Let's see how it goes.
You heard it here?
Yeah, you heard it here.
Well, let's gather around the starting line. Right?
The race will proceed about 100 feet up here by that white pickup and then turn right onto the trail, the Maah trail where the red arrow is by the porta potty. Okay, then it's single track, all 50 miles. The single track does cross gravel roads a few times, and you'll see the first crossing about 2.5 miles up. So you'll be on this side of the gravel road for the first 2.5 miles, and you'll crest the hill up there, and then cross the road again, and be on the Maah. Then you're going to be down on the riverside, running in front of the Elkhorn Ranch and those areas. Very, very nice, very beautiful. So that's how the race proceeds. The water is actually stored inside the porta potty. Keep it out of the sun. So the first one using the porta potty is going to pull that box of water out. Hopefully, lay it in the shade. Lay it on the north side. You know? By the time the 75ers get there, it'll be pretty hot. But there are 4 checkpoints in between here in Wannigan, approximately every 4 to 5 miles. So when you get to Wannigan, A station number 3, then check in, and then you can replenish your supplies and then take off for the last half of your race. And that's also the marathon starts. There was a question about snakes and other critters. You know, occasionally they do hang out near the trail. I didn't see any. I haven't seen them while mowing or doing any trail maintenance, but the times I have seen them near the trail, it's been really cool mornings in the sun. 45, 48 degrees, that kind of thing. But occasionally I've heard that they do hang out by the gates. Are people familiar with using the cattle guard gates? They're hinged on one side, they lift vertically. You go through it and then set it down. They're spring loaded. You'll encounter one up here about a mile. And then you'll also encounter one when you cross the gravel road.
Okay.
About 3 miles.
We're at about 6. Well,
any other questions? I'm going to play the
5:56.
national anthem and then we'll get you started. All right. You ready to cue that up? All right. In 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck.
You're good. Race update. I am at checkpoint E, so I am mixing up a couple scoops of G1M. That's all he has listed here, but depending on how he's feeling, we've got some pickles, watermelon, some salt tabs, a bunch of other stuff. We'll see how he's feeling when he comes through.
First update for you guys. I'm at 16.3 miles, and the first 10 felt amazing. Little tiny cramps here and there, so I'm trying to balance out the sodium and fluid intake a little bit more, because once I start cramping, that'll slow me down. But other than that, the ankle feels great. We're rolling. A lot of long downhill stretches, but also quite a few uphill ones. So it's a lot more balanced of a race than Black Hills 50K so far. But who knows? That could change. But yeah, about 30% done. I'll check in with you guys in a bit.
Do you need anything not on the list?
Sunscreen.
Okay, gotcha.
Sun's coming.
Got it. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Elliot. I went to high school with Harrison. We're from the same town. And I am his support and gear crew for the Maah Trail Race 56 miler. I'm currently sitting at checkpoint G, which when he comes through, he will be at 25.6 miles in. He's looking really strong. Getting in and out of the aid stations as quick as I can push him through. We are doing a combination of some honey stinger waffles, the Go One More Sport drink mix, some pickles, and ice in his pack, and anywhere else that he wants it, I guess. Hopefully he continues to look strong, push hard, and we'll see where the day takes him. But yeah, you probably won't see or hear too much from me because I have a face for radio and a voice for print, so I'll be pretty quiet most of the day.
Saw him and I'm like, it was about the only buff guy out here running. So I'm like, it has to be that same dude.
That's the goal, right? Be the biggest dude at every race.
Yeah.
Where's the other blue guy?
Second update for you guys. We're at mile 30 and just exhausted. Exhausted like anything. That's a little bit uphill. My quads start to cramp and just breathing. It's like, holy cow. Like heart rate just shoots up. Yeah, just fighting through. I'm over halfway, so that's such a mental win. It'll just help me push through and get in this last marathon. So that's the next aid station that's coming up here really soon. It's where the marathoners started, and I just hope there's not a ton of incline vertical on the last 26 miles, but it is what it is. And then I have the bush apple in the cooler, and I'm for sure gonna crack that immediately as I cross the finish line. But thanks for tuning in to this 30-mile check-in. So see you in, I don't know how long, but soon, hopefully. Anything, even if it's like this much.
Do you start
gain.
cramping?
Not. Only when I'm going up.
Yeah.
My quads.
Yeah, your quads just kind of lock up. Yeah.
I just lose my breath.
Yeah. I'll
The ice helped a ton though.
yeah, I'll get some stuff into you, so we'll be good.
Okay. Almost at mile 44, and the last 12 miles is the best I've felt since the first 8 miles. And the crazy thing is, like when you think about it, 31 miles, that was my previous personal best. And once I got past that, I started feeling good again. And quitting did cross my mind a couple times. I think it crosses most ultra runners' minds throughout a long freaking race. Like for me, this is really long anyway. But it's just crazy how the body can adapt when it's introduced something that it's never experienced before. And I'm so happy with how I feel. So we got one more aid station to stop at, and yeah, that's in about 6 miles. And then after that, another 7.7 or something. And I'm done. I'm gonna finish this thing. This feels better than the Black Hills 50K, by the way. There were stretches where I had doubts. That's just like any other ultramarathon or doing anything difficult in life in general. So that is my TED Talk at mile 44. But I'll give you guys an update maybe before I finish, but I just got to really focus on knocking these out. And I think what did really help was I had a little bit of caffeine. So I started having like 80 milligrams of caffeine at each aid station. And the stretch that I was terrified about, which was 10.8 miles without any aid at all. So I had what I had on me, and I ran out of water with about 3 miles left. Oh my gosh, I was legit scared. If the next aid wasn't going to be over that hill that it was, I was starting to panic. I'm not going to lie, even though that was during the stretch where I felt my absolute best. Okay, I'll stop there. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. It's beautiful out here. A little hot, but we're getting her done. Let's go! Light at the end of the tunnel.
You can do it! Stella! Cheerleaders with your mom there, I'll tell you that right now.
We got a big one, but I'll split it.
Like hot.
No, the skin is like beginning to separate.
When you stretch, just like last time, I need a beer.
Woo!
One more mile.
Hey. Good job, Nathan.
Good job.
I mean Harrison.
Oh, refreshing. And that's how the Maah 56 miler went. And I'm extremely pleased. Got second place overall, and there we are. Second place overall. Very happy with that. Even though the first place guy, he set the course record by an hour, so he was way up there. And that makes me almost like discredit how like the second place finish. But the day, it was a tough day to run. It was really hot, but I think the biggest cheat code that we had was all the ice to stay cool. So in my hydration vest, there's the opening for the back bladder where you could put like a liter or 2 liter bladder back there, but we just put ice in there at every aid station, and it would last 7 to 8 miles before it was all melted. So I stayed nice and cool. And also in my neck gaiter, I put ice in there as well. So I didn't really overheat other than during that 10.8 mile stretch where I ran out of water and obviously all the ice was melted then. And it was just a really scary moment because about 5 miles into that, I took my second pee of the day and that of the race, and it was pretty dark yellow. And that's when I was like, oh boy, this could be very bad. But thank goodness made it through that aid station. That was the biggest like, come on, like impatient moment. And I didn't know whether I should run to get there faster or if I should walk and keep the heart rate down, which I kind of did a combination, but more so focused on walking. And made it there, that's all that matters. And then I stayed there for like 15 minutes to refuel and eat. I chugged water and that's when I got my appetite back too, which is really weird. I think the Coke helped with that as well. Like the carbonation really helped my stomach bounce back so I could digest stuff and actually have an appetite. So that was the turning point. The turning point was right after the first 50K and the last marathon. It was good. It was really good. I hurt, but I know I could have ran faster, but I didn't want to risk like pushing myself too hard to where all of a sudden I don't know, something happens, because that was uncharted territory, so played it safe. But like if I do that again, I'd push myself a little more, or if I knew I was closer to the person in front of me, that would have helped. But he was hours ahead. And yeah, overall, very happy. And when Elliot got to run with us during the last 7.7 miles, and that was when my mom and uncle both got there. They got to that last aid station, so it was super nice to have Elliot there to kind of push us through that last 7.7, because I don't know if I would have ran about the same amount or not. It was just good having that little bit of an extra push just to get to the finish and crossing that finish line. Amazing, amazing feeling, as always. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm like I said earlier, I'm so pleased with how it went, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the support. But thanks for tuning in. Just remember, you're never off track, and I'll see you guys in the next video.